Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday and or Thursday. I do not remember when this video is supposed to go up. Anyway, oh my goodness gracious, it feels good to just be me. I get to take up all this wonderful space, and I'm not worried about smacking Jack in the face when I inevitably rip something out of one of these IKEA bags. Speaking of IKEA bags, I know what you're here for. You know what you're here for. To watch me show you the things that I got at the bins. This is definitely going to be a big ol' summer, like, send-off bins haul. So this is 2 trips that I have gone to on 2 separate Mondays. Some of these things are like, whoa, bing, bang, boom, super standout. And then some of it is like really cute little bread and butter. We have some vintage, we have some designer, we have some posh and some bebop and some all kinds of things. It is truly, truly, truly a madhouse at how many things I am about to show you. So unfortunately, this is one of the last videos that I am making for the summer. I'm filming this on the 3rd week of August. The date escaped, 21st, 22nd. And I go back to school the Tuesday after Labor Day, but the whole last week of August is like welcome back week. So it's like time in classroom, even though I've spent so much time in my classroom getting it ready already. It's get your presentations, it's get your class lists, all the kind of nuts and the bolts that goes into like the back of the house things for the beginning of the year. It has truly been a wonderful summer with everybody. It's been such a joy. Speaking of summer and school and all of those wonderful things, if you were so kind enough to just purchase or support from my Amazon wish list, thank you so much. I have this wonderful abundance of joy in my little heart and in my classroom of things that were given to me by all of you guys. So really genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It means a lot. Everything is more expensive. Everything is just so much more complicated now with like tariffs and all this kind of higgity-piggity nonsense on. So it really means a lot that I can just have the materials that I need to facilitate an equitable artistic education for 557 children. It's a joy. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna stop gabbing at you because it's been 2 minutes of me just sitting here yapping, and we're gonna get into the things. So we will do this trip. We'll work backwards. So this was the trip that I did most recently. This was from this Monday, and I am going to show you some things. So first up, I will also say, fingers and toes and all of my hairs crossed that all of this is going to be listed by the time that you see it, but I give no promises. So if you want anything and you don't see it listed, let me know. Instagram, YouTube comments, just send me a smoke signal. We'll make it work. Okay, so first thing, this was a very phenomenal bins find.
I don't want to say Bins finds. This is a beholden dress, BHL at the end. I've not found too many beholden pieces, and I feel like most of the time when I find them, they are at like brick and mortar goodwill stores. This, I think it's called a Hattie dress in this beautiful sage green. It is still on the website for $248, and it does have this really pretty little side slit into it. This is a size 10. For anybody that does not know, beholden is Anthology's bridal line. I definitely feel like this is either a wedding guest or like a bridesmaid's dress, if I had to guess. Okay, so I got this for me, and if you are a knitter, I need your help. I don't know where this is from. I think it's adorable. It's probably just some like fast fashion, something. It feels like vintage acrylic though, but you know.
They're getting good. So this is my predicament. The knit that holds the sweater cuff to the actual sweater has come undone. If you know how to fix this, please tell me. I think this is adorable. With literally just like a white button down underneath it and a pair of jeans. Lucky duck? I am a very lucky duck. Anyway, so if you know how to fix that, please tell me. This I also got for myself. I am officially accepting that I am wholeheartedly preppy, and I think this just fits into this wardrobe so well. It is a vintage Abercrombie & Fitch varsity cardigan. I am old enough to remember when these were in the store. I'm only 26, but I remember when these were like $148 at Abercrombie, and my parents looked at me and said, you are absolutely loco en la cabeza if you think we are gonna buy you a $150 sweater. It kind of gives Tom Brown with the little stripes on it, but I love the big A. This is also, when I say a teacher cardigan, this is a teacher cardigan. I washed her and she was a little shrunk, so I stretched her back out, but I also love this aesthetic where it's these like little thin sleeves on the front of your arms and then these like massive little, like, I'm gonna be like Ariana Grande with my sweatshirts pulled up to my fingertips. Anyway, very, very good find. Very excited about that one. We have a bag. So this also needed a little bit of love and help. This is this beautiful pink Y2K Coach bag with this pink patent leather detailing on it. She is from 2012. making her a little over 10 years old. This, she spilled coffee or like a Diet Coke or something on it. And my trick with these canvas Coach bags is always OxiClean. You can throw them in the washing machine. The patent never has any problems. I just let it hang dry and it turned out amazing. The inside also cleaned up super well. She's a little dark in there, but I was like over the moon ecstatic when I found this. We had one big bins rotation of like Coach bags and Michael Kors bags and all of the things. And there's a few girls that get a little handsy and just kind of start taking stuff. But thankfully, somebody was kind enough to be like, I think it was like a keychain or something on it. Do you want the bag? It's really dirty. Speaking of vintage Coach, I found another one of these little like fold over wristlety moments. I have not washed this one yet, but she is soon to go for a bath. These do pretty good for me, especially on Depop. The girls that like can't necessarily afford like the bigger, higher priced vintage Coach bags can still have a little piece of their pie, you know, which I think is equitable. Okay, I was very excited to find this dress. It is by Sea Waves, which I am not 100% sure of the age on this dress, but it does just kind of give like 70s, 80s based off of the vibe. I love this multicolor floral print on this black dress. I definitely think this is a beach cover-up, but either way, I think it is so cute. It is missing the original belt, but I will just trim the little belt tab off and we will call it a day, won't we? Okay, another really good handbag. I don't think anybody picked this one up because on initial inspection, she just looks green, but I was like, who's this? It is Hobo International. I have not found a Hobo bag in a very long time. And of course, this is my favorite color, Kelly Green. So even if it was a no-name bag, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna look to see at least what it is. But I like that the strap doesn't have like holes in it. It's just kind of like a traditional one of the, I don't know the name of these kinds of things, but the little like cinch-in buckle strap. And this I think is very intuitive. It's got a little foam pocket right back here. Right back there. The inside of this is really nice, and I also appreciate that you can kind of see this really pretty lining. Cute bag though. Okay, so this is very interesting. Let's see how much I spent, because my receipt's in here. I spent $104. $104 at the bins. So I found this little glass container, and normally I stay away from home goods and stuff to sell. If I want to use it in my own home, I definitely will pick it up because it's the bins. But I was like, oh, this is really pretty. I have a friend that I could give this to. I could give it to my sister. You know, there's so many girlies in my life that would love a little pink glass heart container with this really beautiful floral pattern on it. So I'm just like, oh, you know, going through my stuff, Googling it, trying to see what I need to wash, you know, doing the sort as you do at the end of the bins day. And somebody had one of these, just the dish, on eBay for $1,250. They have recently dropped it to $350. But in my research, I have found out that this is a vintage 1920s, 1930s piece of pink glass. These are somewhat collectible, so I am going to like dip my little toe into the hard goods, into the selling of these kinds of things. I do have a ton of bubble wrap now currently, so I think I'm gonna take pictures, package it up, put it in a box. Then if it sells with something else, she's a box in a box, which means she's safe. But we'll see. We'll see. This I was very excited about, and this brand makes another appearance later in the haul that is phenomenal. It already sold, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But it is this black leather tote bag, and it has these really cool little zip details on the front, big tassel zipper. It is by the brand Lamb. This leather smells so good. It has this really amazing, very early knots striped interior, double pockets. This could definitely hold a 15-inch MacBook if you are a girly on the go. I just cannot get over how nice her leather is. Like, this is so beyond soft. And her bags are not made anymore, so when you do find more substantial pieces, they are a little bit more collectible than you think. Okay, speaking of good leather bags, this is a brand that I have seen a handful of times. It is Portland Leather Goods. This one, as you can tell, does have some scratches on the leather, but I think the people that buy these bags are a little bit more okay with seeing some of the natural wear and tear on the leather. I think that's kind of the aesthetic. The inside is just the raw suede, and it smells in the weirdest way. It smells like a garden center. Like, it smells like water, which is a wild way to describe a bag. But either way, it is just this beautiful little brown square adjustable crossbody. Love to find that brand. I have two hats from this first spin strip. Number one is this really funny little Hello Kitty laying on her side. You know, we all just need a nap every now and again, and that's what Hello Kitty's doing. Pink little trucker hat. This one is by the brand Otto. I love these trucker hats personally. I have a ton of them. And the next one is for me, and it says, "Let's go, girls." And if you know anything about me, you know that I love Shania Twain. And this is a Shania Twain reference. And again, little auto trigger hat. I have one pair of shoes from the first trip, and I originally thought they were a Gap collection because I couldn't read the bottom. It is Gia, and I'm gonna butcher this, I'm really sorry. Pernile Tessie, but I think. I have no idea. They look like the Prada Monolith boots. They are this beautiful pair of made in Italy white leather boots. They do have some just kind of like general spots on them. I think a good leather condition is going to be phenomenal for these. These retail for $800, which is insane to me. And people sell them anywhere from like $150 to $300 depending on condition. So I think that for a couple of bucks, this was a phenomenal bins find. Let's get into the clothes. We have some clothes. Jack found this for me and I was over the moon excited when he gave this to me. This is vintage Juicy Couture, that good old made in USA tag. And this is a black wide neck, completely velvet mini dress. It does have that early 2000s like little bubble hem to it, which I think to a certain group of the girls is still very, very popular. I also love that it has this kind of like little shoulder ruche detail on it. Vintage Juicy, kind of no matter what it is, I will always pick it up because it always has an audience. Speaking of Vintage Juicy Couture size medium, black terry cloth footed mini dress with the pocket. And I love on the little drawstrings that it has the little JC monogram. I was ecstatic to find this. Jack handed this to me as well. They must have come out in a new rotation. I was very, very excited to find that. Okay, this has a belt in here somewhere. I do not know where it is off the top of my head. Oh, it's right here. Perfect. So this is one of the only Anthropologie pieces I found. This is Maeve by Anthropologie, size medium. But if you watch the trend report, you would know that polka dots is a very, very, very trending pattern for the season. And I thought this was really cute. It's like a little off-the-shoulder polka dot blouse with a little belt moment to it. Nice, nice, nice. And if that doesn't do super good, I can always take it to the consignment store. Okay, getting into winter, which I know everybody's like, we haven't even hit fall. It's still 150 degrees out. It will be upon us. And you need the things before the season so you're prepared. From this adorable little blue kids puffer jacket. I love the little yellow lining in the hood. This is by Crew Cuts, which is J. Crew's kids line. It is the 100% polyester puffer coat. I give these a good little wash, and these are like $98 to $130 new. So if I throw it up for $35, $40, some mom's gonna be like, I got a first grader who grows out of his clothes faster than I can feed him. Okay, next up, Jack handed this to me as well. He finds all my good Y2K stuff, which is shocking because I feel like I peddle it like nobody's business, but he's the one that actually finds it. This is a officially licensed Harley Davidson product in a size medium. It is this adorable little wide neck cropped black thermal with the Harley Davidson motorcycles logo on it. This one I feel like will do a little bit better because it doesn't have like a specific place tied to it. It's just kind of like general Harley Davidson merch. If you also watch the trend report, you would, well, if you watch the trend report, you would also, there you go, would have seen that slip dresses are very, very popular, especially with the little lace detail. This is by the brand PJM. I have never heard of this. If this is nice, I am very happy I picked it up, but usually these go for like 25 to 30 bucks on Depop, but they have also been doing very good on eBay as well. The silk ones are much more preferred. I do not actually know if this is silk, nope, polyester and spandex. But either way, a cute little pickup. Cute little baby doll slip dress. This is a new sweater brand to me. I picked it up because comps looked pretty good and we are transitioning into sweater season, so I'm willing to take a risk or two. This is IVKO Woman 4042. This is a Slavic or Serbian sweater brand, if I'm not mistaken. The wool on this is beautiful, and it is this stunning, what are these called? Duster cardigans with all of these beautiful flowers embroidered into it. There is one on the back as well. And I like this neckline where the button kind of goes like across. I think for the demographic of this sweater, it's really pretty. I think it's really nice. She's got pockets. She's got sweaters on her sleeves. I think that is going to do quite good. She just needs a little bit of a detail and we're good to go. Jack also handed, no, I actually found this. He found me something else very similar. This is a Ralph Lauren, whatever you prefer. Not black, oh my gosh. Brown paisley velvet skirt. This checks so many boxes for fall trends. And I have seen the girlies already on Pinterest wearing these with their little pointed toe Prada got kitten heels. I think this is gonna do great. This is a size 12, so it's not like one of the ones that's a little bit bigger, which I feel like people just tend to not really want as much because you don't want to pay to get it tailored. But I was very, very, very excited to find these, and especially in that paisley pattern. 10 out of 10. Okay. I picked up one belt this trip, and it is very interesting. So it's black suede, and then it's the reverse is the smooth leather, but it has these two little lion heads on it. It's really pretty. And I think this is more of like a waist belt instead of like a belt, like a hip, well, no, that's a hip belt. Yeah, so like a waist belt. Yeah, but I just thought this was super cool. I think it's gonna look great on the mannequin, and I think that it's gonna do quite good. I picked this up with Depop in mind. The brand is Scarlet Darkness, which I have never heard of personally. But I feel like this is a really good candidate for like a plus-sized emo garment. It is a size 2X, if I'm not mistaken. XL? 2XL in this really amazing like cranberry maroon color, and I love all of the little romantic goth girly details, especially with the corset on the back, and I'm happy that the ribbons aren't like mixed up and twisted up in all these kinds of knots. It's a really cute little top. I will do a little bit more Googling on that. A lot of the time when you find some of those like emo or like goth or alternative styles, they are really expensive new because they can't afford to make a ton of them. Unless it's like a Hot Topic situation, you know, they can't make a ton of them originally, which means they are a little more pricey, which means resale. Jack handed this to me. It is a Blind Date, which is a really funny little Y2K tag, size small, polka dot midi skirt. Look at that tag, adorable. I love everything about this. So when we were talking about pencil skirts in the trend report, this would be considered a pencil skirt. It tapers in just a little bit at the knee, but it also does have a really fun, very seasonally appropriate, very trendy pattern that goes with it. And I think this is going to be a hot ticket item in my Depop, which is great. I found this adorable little bandana. I will only pick up bandanas when they really, really, really speak to me. This is from the Pelican Drive Mantle SA. I don't know where SA is. Something. SA. I have no idea. But it's this really fun little bandana print with all these little motorcycle girlies and their boyfriends and their acquaintances on it. And I love that they're all kind of doing something different. You know, it's like a Where's Waldo? Motorcycles. It's from 1998, May 3rd Love Ride. So we'll give that a Google. This is a really good little preppy find as well. This is vintage Abercrombie and Fitch, size medium. Look at that old Abercrombie tag. And this is the classic white tailored button down. Again, I remember these when they were in the store. The little A and F logo. These are a wonderful little commodity on Depop. People love the older fit, especially of these. So they go for about 40, 50 bucks, which is great. Speaking of bougie prep, we can probably tell what this is. This is a Burberry little polo, but unfortunately somebody took out the Burberry label, which is not that big of a deal because it has the little embroidery on the shirt, not on the shoulder, on the chest, but it has the interior tag, which is 110% authentic. It does not, unfortunately, have a size to it. I am just going to measure it and compare it to the size chart. If I had to guess, I would probably say this is a woman's extra small, but either way, just a little peep of the Nova check when you're wearing it, I think is just the vibe. Okay, this is a vest. Jack gave this to me as well. I promise I actually found most of this myself, but he did give me some of the more interesting, quirky pieces. It is this really adorable tapestry vest that has all these dogs on it. Isn't that so cute? And it just has this really very 80s teal lining to it. I think these always do good on Depop because there's always somebody lurking for a funny little quirky vest. Okay, we are getting down to the wire for trip number 1. This is a new to me brand that I picked up. Comps looked really good, so we shall see. It is called Bella Rose or Belarus. I honestly thought this was going to be an older anthropology piece, but upon further inspection, it is actually its own little moment. And it is this beautiful green and pink balloon sleeve striped sweater. It definitely feels like it has a little bit of a wool cashmere moment to it. I also love this little button detail on the shoulder. She needs a little bit of a detail, but we can do that. 33% wool, viscose, polyamide, nylon, and then 18% hair. What in the world kind of hair are, like, read the top one. 18% hair. I would love to know whose hair is in this sweater. If you know whose it is, please reach out. Either way, I think it's a really cute little sweater, really good for the fall. Nice little preppy moment. This is a new brand to me, but I have done my Googling, and I think this is going to do pretty good. It's called 6 Crisp Days, and the tag looks like this. There was a few other relatively decent kind of like natural material bodysuits in this bin where I picked this from. So I feel like this was a girly who just loved a linen cotton bodysuit. This was sold at Anthropologie, which is not surprising at all. This definitely gives Anthro, and I think the boiler suits are gonna have kind of a moment. Here in Minnesota especially, there's like 4 weeks, like mid-September to like middle October, where like all you see boiler suits. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about the skirt, the velvet skirt. This is what Jack gave me. This is Express size 5'6", which is like a small medium, old Express tag. And it is this beautiful brown velvet, kind of like almost an off the shoulder, but I feel like more of like a cut your shoulder in half kind of a situation. Brown velvet maxi dress. She is throwing off all kinds of lighting. But it is a really, really, really amazing piece. And I think for the fall as well, it's going to do quite good. I especially love that it has like the little back slit into it to just kind of give her a little va-va-voom, you know? Okay, last piece from trip number 1. This does not have a brand to it, but I simply couldn't leave her there. You know, it's just one of those pieces where I am like, I could make $6 on this, but I just love it so much. It is this black velvet little cropped tuxedo jacket with these really amazing buttons. Again, I apologize for the lighting. I didn't know that this was going to do that, but that's okay. Either way, it's a really, really amazing piece, and I think the croppedness of it makes it just a little bit more modern than if it was like a full-length black velvet blazer. We are getting into haul number 2. So, okay, this is from the Monday prior to last, and let's just get right into it. We have some bags. This is a Denver tattered cover bookstore tote. I thought about sending this to a friend of mine, but she has gotten a lot of tote bags from me in the past. So I will keep that one here. Cute, cute, cute. This, she definitely needs just a little bit of a wash, but I saw one of the reels of like, oh, do you remember when like we were teenagers in the mall? That kind of a vibe. And they had one of these bags. It was like the bra bag where it looked like a little like bustier and had like a little top handle on it. Super cute. This is by Victoria's Secret, and the interior definitely has a lot to be desired. I am just going to give her an OxyClean bath. We'll give her a nice little spray. We'll steam these handles back out, and off we go. With the corset detail, Depop Gold. I did find a lot of really good shoes for Depop as well during this trip, and they all came from the same lady because they are all right around the same size. First pair is this Liz Claiborne Flex. These I think would actually be really comfortable, and they're a really cute little clog style with the buckle detail on them. Nice stacked wooden heel. Nice, nice, nice. Those are a size 7. This is from the 60s, according to my dating and my Googling. I think this is really cute. The poor little old lady that used to own this put a little piece of black paper in there so her stuff wouldn't fall out. And I can't take that out. I think that's part of the bag now. Adorable little brown woven leather bag with the non-adjustable matching braided leather crossbody on it. Super cute, super cute. This is a Madewell piece. It is a Madewell one size packable straw visor. So you can like roll it up and, you know, take it with you and put it in your book bag and ta-da. Cute, cute, cute. This was a very good find. This was not in the bin of all the other Coach bags and all the Michael Kors bags and whatever. Somebody threw this poor little baby back, and I rescued her. It's this amazing Coach 2007 black pebbled leather top handle shoulder bag. These do phenomenal, but not as phenomenal as some of the like really like sought after vintage pieces. This one I think I have listed for $99, whereas like some of the other ones could go for like $150, $200, $300. Like they can go nuts. Okay, people ask me, how do you know what year it's from? So in this first little part of the date code, right in here, it says H0782. The first 2 numbers are the year. So this is from 2007. More you know. Either way, Good for the girlies. Good for eBay, Depop, Poshmark, all of the places. I found these adorable little kids clogs. These are Ugelboo. I have no idea. Adorable little made in Sweden clogs. They are size 31 Swedish. I did just post these, and that means they're like a 13 size. They're for a 5.5 to a 6-year-old. Let's just do it that way. They're adorable though. Super cute with the pink. I found these, and I have not seen these boots in so long. And when we did the trend report, riding boots are coming back into style. And I was like, this is my time. This is a pair of the Sam Edelman penny boots in this amazing brown leather. They do just have the tiniest little bit of cracking at one of the tops of the boots, just from kind of being bent and stored. It is no big deal. It's not like actively peeling, like there's no little flitchings that come off. The penny boots were sold at Anthropologie way back when, and I do use their model pictures because they are quite nice. These are a size 8. I have another pair of clogs. These are by the brand Hocus Pocus, which I think is so fitting. So I did my Googling. These are from the late 70s, early 80s. These brown leather, very distressed clogs with that amazing patinaed wooden sole. These are size 9.5. I am obsessed with these, and I love the little bow details on them. They give very Julie American Girl doll. That's my sister's American Girl doll. Okay, next pair of shoes are these adorable little brown slingback, super soft leather with the amazing snakeskin toe, Liz Claiborne kitten heels. She got little dusty. These are a size 7. These are the tapper, and I love a little diabolical kitten heel. I think they look great. And the Depop girlies also love a diabolical little kitten heel. Okay, so we're getting down to the wire for shoes, and then we move into the clothes, and oh my goodness gracious, do I have a piece of clothing that I want to talk to you about, and I'm staring at it and I'm getting very excited. So this is a pair of Studio Works adorable little cruise sandals. These do have a little bit of peeling on the back of the strap. The Depop girlies really don't mind, which is quite nice, but they have this really cool multicolored like woven knit detail on the foot. They remind me of those like little bracelets you'd make where you'd like fold the thing over and then like loop it through, and it'd be like a square, or you could like do them like a spiral. Those are always really fun. Those are size 8.5. These are a phenomenal pair of kitten heels. These are a size 7 by Anne Klein. Black pointed toe with the buckle. Just nasty little kitten heel. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at these. These are going to make the Depop girlies go nuts. So excited to find these because they look like the Prada ones. But if you don't have Prada money, you can look like you do in that pair of shoes. Okay, my last pair of shoes. So excited to find these as well. Very excited about everything today, if you can't tell. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see these, but they do say Steve Madden somewhere down in there. And this is a vintage 90s platform called the Dynamite. These go for about $100, $125, $130, depending on condition. Anytime I find vintage Steve Madden, especially if it's like a boot or a platform or something like this, I always Google it because there is always a market for the vintage stuff. These are size 6.5. This leather is so thick and so sturdy and so good quality. Not that I don't think Steve Madden makes like poor quality shoes nowadays, but there's just, you can't beat the vintage stuff. You know, you cannot beat it. Love, 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 love. These are going to do so good for all my little raver girlies. First up for the clothing. This top I picked up because I thought it was really fun and I loved the color. It is a vintage Diane von Furstenberg, the Color Authority. Polyester gold little tunic. I don't know. Something about this just was very like Studio 54 to me, and I think that's really fun. I love these like very 80s sleeves. I don't know if this is like a sleep shirt or what the dealio is, but I'm going to put her on the mannequin and I'm going to advertise her as a sleep dress when I figure out how to button her properly, because she is definitely not. But either way, super excited about that one. I have not found one of these actually in quite a long time, and this was, I don't remember if this is a Free People piece or not, but it is by the brand Daydreamer. If you ever see any of the band tees, any of the like graphic tees from this brand, give them a Google. The Free People ones are still super popular, and this is just like a really cute little cut-off tank top with the Led Zeppelin logo on it. This one is a size, will we ever know? Whoop. She's a size extra small. Okay, I found a pair of Lululemon leggings. Where is the little, she's here somewhere. These are a size 4. I kind of like these because of the color. I promise these are Lululemon. If you can see the zipper, it does have the little, oh, it's right there. Okay, good. Lulu logo. Nice little like dark color for fall. I think these are cute. This is a pair of the Wonder Under like run tights. I usually, the ones with the pockets kind of on the thigh, I will pick up and sell myself. Because you can put your phone, put your wallet, put your keys, put your things in there, which is quite nice. So speaking of Lulu, I think this is the best Lululemon piece I've found in any of my thrifting endeavors to date, and I found it in the bin. So this is the Lululemon Cloudscape Down Puffer Coat. These retail for almost $500. This one is like a pinnacle. It is the trifecta of good thrift finds. It still has the hang tag in it. It's a size 10. It's in this green color, which objectively makes it that much better. But these are still on the website for, it was like $448 or $498. It is insane how expensive. The little Lulu logo right there. I was like, are you kidding me? And then whenever I find anything like this good, I kick into overdrive and I like boom, 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 just start like looking at every single thing in that bin and everything around it just to be sure. There was not any other Lulu around this one, but there was a coat I'm about to show you. So I was like, oh, over the moon ecstatic for my little Lulu find. And I was very excited about this little find. So I will say this has already sold. She sold for $299. Just to be transparent, I will tell you more about it in What Sold Sunday. This is a lamb piece. Lamb by Gwen Stefani, which when I picked this up, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a nice, like, Vince coat or a nice, like, like maybe a Banana Republic. Something of that nature. I did not think this was gonna be a lamb piece at all, but in her full glory, here she is. It is this beautiful 100% wool. The shearling is real. Fully removable lining, as you can kind of tell. Lining comes out. Plaid coat. I listed this for $350 Sunday night, and I woke up Monday morning to a $200 offer, a $225 offer, a $275 offer, and a $299 offer, and it went to the highest bidder. Oh my gosh, I was so beyond ecstatic about this. It's a beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece. Anyway, so next up, still beautiful. Not $299 beautiful, but still really cool. This is a Leanne Carlo size 8, which I think is like a medium. Vintage 80s midi dress. I love everything about this. I love the ruching detail on the waist and this very fun little bedazzled blingy moment. It does still have shoulder pads in it, and I decided for this dress in particular to leave the shoulder pads in because I think it gives it this like really cool, like retro kind of a look to it. Really good little Y2K piece. This is by Moda International, size large. There is another Moda piece in here that I am very excited to show you. Little paisley cheetah print, almost like a Cavalli situation. Cream lace detail, baby doll top. Love, love, love. Checks a lot of boxes. This has also already sold. This is by Johnny Was, the Papillion tee, and I love this t-shirt. It has these like very Scandi looking chickens and this very Rose Mall inspired embroidery detail on it. It kind of looks like, because I'm a Disney adult, it gives the like Nordic European countries at Small World, at Disney World. If you know, you know. And then I love that it has this big old beautiful butterfly, which the butterfly kind of gives Encanto. That last little part in Encanto made me cry. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful little top that sold on eBay for $45 or $50. This is a really good little designer find. I was very excited to find this. This was in the same rotation as the Lulu and the Lamb, but it was not in the same bin. Or it was in the same bin and somebody just chucked it somewhere else. This is a main line Missoni silk. Slips are super popular. I love that it has this kind of like blue Missoni knit detail to it. On the bust, it is 100% silk, made in Italy. My Googling shows that this was from like 2003, 2004. So I wonder if this was like somebody just kind of cleaning out some of their old stuff. Either way, it's great. This is Grand Slam Munsingwear, but you would know this brand as Penguin, the men's brand Penguin. I love that it has this little penguin on it. My dad's favorite cartoon character when he was a kid, it was Opus. If you are from that generation, you probably know who that is. But I love this brown color. I love the V-neck, and I think this is going to be a really good little preppy find for one of our girly friends. This is the other Moda that I was talking about. This is a phenomenal piece, size large. Again, women that had these have great taste. And it is this black, very goth, very Y2K bustier baby doll little cap sleeve top. I am unholy obsessed with this. I think it's amazing. Anytime I find anything like really good emo vintage black, flies. She flies out of my house. Okay, and then this could be for her little preppy sister. This is by the brand Schrank. size medium, size small, excuse me. Really adorable little white, very coquette, lace trim, cap sleeve, slip top. Again, super, super, super trendy. And I love the little rosette details that it has going down the chest. I have not found this brand in a very long time. Very excited to. This is rails. Usually when I find rails, if it's not like a really substantial piece, if I find like a flannel at the thrift store, I probably won't pick it up just because they are very oversaturated, but the bins is a different story. This is a really cute little black, I think this is called the Hunter flannel, if I'm not mistaken, and this black and white buffalo, very large check print. And then I love that it has the raw hem detail on it. I think that is going to be great for the fall. So this is a mistake, and I'll tell you about this mistake. This mistake is called Nui. N-U-I. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not even gonna Google it. It's just like an expensive base layer. I also think it's shrunk now that I'm looking at it on camera. These are sold at Walmart, just in case. So here's the tag. If you ever see it, no. It's like the Walmart brand Smart Wool. And they're like $20. So the more you know. Okay, this is not a Walmart find. This is a good little sweater. This is Barefoot Dreams, size small. Love, love, love this fisherman style open knit. This was still on the Barefoot Dreams website for $198. I was so ecstatic to find this, and especially with fisherman everything being as trendy as it is right now, timing could not have been better. Okay, this has also already sold, and I was kind of surprised. I found this brand a handful of times, but I think this particular sweater in general is just a popular piece from them. So it is by the brand Buck Mason, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember the name of this sweater. I will tell you in What Sold Sunday, but I listed it at $99, and somebody sent me a $55 or $60 offer, and it sold really, really, really quick. This one is a size small. Very excited about that. Again, good little fall piece. This is Vintage Free People, size large, and I love this vest. It's this super soft, very, very lovely colored Y2K, almost Fair Isle puffer knit vest. She does just need like a tiny little bit of a detail, but that is no problem at all. I want to see how much wool is in this because it feels quite nice. 51% wool, or cotton, nylon, and alpaca. This is, I think, one of the highest retail garments I found besides those Gia whatever boots. So this is new tags. It is Persona by Marina Rinaldi, and I was like, oh, okay. Jack and I, literally on the way to the bins this day, we're talking about Marina Rinaldi, and I completely forgot everything we talked about. She is the grandmother of Max Mara, so anytime he has like a little bit more of a matronly or a plus size piece, it's under the Marina Rinaldi. So this is like, think like Max Mara. This is like that in plus size form. So I found a new tag, Marina Rinaldi, plus size Max Mara, green pleated midi skirt. This is beautiful. It also retailed for $895. It is a size 18 US. I cannot even begin to know why somebody donated this, but I am very happy they did because I will be more than happy to give her a new life. So like Max Mara, they do have these really crazy big retail price tags on them, but you know, I'm not going to be able to sell that for $500-600. I think I threw it up for $99, like the Max Mara stuff, unless it's like the teddy coats or the really, really, really sought after pieces. It doesn't keep a lot of its value, but it is still a wonderful thing to pick up. So next up, we have a blank London from Anthropologie, size extra large little tunic dress. This is so cute. Such a good fall floral color combination. And I love this like Southwestern inspired color palette. Stripe at the bottom. Blank typically does really good for me. I've had a few of their blouses over the years and a few of their little pieces, and they always do sell relatively well, especially when it's a bigger size. Another Anthro piece. This is by Vinette Ball, which is a more expensive Anthro brand. This piece I think is just a little bit more oversaturated, but it's just this really adorable little pink, and the butterflies and the flowers. It looks like an etching. Adorable, adorable little blouse. And I love that it has these kind of like embroidered details on the chest, size extra small for the... This is another Depop find. Folks, we are getting down to the wire. 50 minutes into this. Oh my goodness gracious. Casual Corner, which is a good Depop brand that I love to frequently pick up. Adorable little black polyester with the floral beaded detail detail on it. And then it does have these really fun little bead details on the bottom as well. Oh my goodness gracious. We are really coming down to it, aren't we? Okay, so I love, in the fall times, picking up overalls. This is a pair of Levi's overalls. These do not have like a name or a specific style to them. They are just your classic pair of Levi's straight leg overalls. I do have a few more pairs of these that I need to get listed, but they are currently being washed, but they always do pretty good for me. And it's not like crazy, you know, 35, 40 bucks. Nothing to shake a stick at. Everybody knows I am the biggest fan of picking up these Oaxaca tops. I think they are absolutely stunning. This like beautiful chunky embroidery throughout just makes my heart sing. I think they are beautiful. That one, size medium. Okay, I love picking up Quirky plus size vintage. This falls under the category. So this is by the brand Millet. I think it's adorable. It's just like this really pretty little teal, very 80s house dress, but I love the big smock pocket on it. And you know, who doesn't just want to like walk around their house and be comfortable? Anybody of any size just wants to exist in their environment comfortably. And I'm more than happy to help facilitate that. Okay, this is a really good vintage find. It is by the brand Kennington Ltd. California. Very 70s Western. This is completely quilted. And it's like puffy. It's like a quilt button down shirt. And I love that the cuffs match. I think it's adorable. I love the pearl snap buttons and this like Western, like saloon door yoke detail. Stunning. Okay, a brand that I also don't typically find a whole lot of, especially in the bins. You are not gonna, well, maybe. This is a pair of mother jeans. This is the Insider crop in a step fray in the color Not Guilty. These are a size 30. Adorable little pair of black cropped jeans with, as the name suggests, a little step fray to the ankle. And then we have a wonderful little M on our butt. Isn't that such a joy? Okay, last but certainly not least for this haul, I'm gonna try to finish this before 50 minutes, but I don't know if we're gonna get there. Abercrombie & Fitch, soft A&F collection, oversized gray sweater. Great for the season. I love my plus size Abercrombie stuff. This is amazing. And it's just a nice, soft, squishy, neutral gray sweater. Oh my goodness, everybody. I have so much stuff to put away. It's kind of insane. So I really hope you enjoyed this. I think this was a great way to round out the summer and just say thank you and goodbye and hello and what's up, all in one little swoop. I had a joy of a time this summer, everybody. I will obviously not be completely gone. I will pop back in every here and there when my schedule allows and on What's Sold Sundays. But until then, I hope everybody has a great year. If you have kids in school, I hope they have a really good school year. And I hope everybody gets a nice break from the curmudgeons. God love them, though. Anyway, thank you again, everybody. I will see you the next time my schedule allows. Goodbye.